Well, hello once again, YouTube. We're on day 10 of our walk. And hope that it's going to be a fun walk for you. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully once again hopefully I'll have some interesting topics. I actually thought this through, tell you the truth, and here's what I did. I sat down before walking before today, but I sat down last night, right? And I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do this here kind of formally. I'm gonna grab me some topics to talk about, instead of just going off the cuff, because I just normally just go off the cuff, just talking about like things that have happened in the past and things that are funny to me and places I've been and things like that. But I'm doing something different for you today. And the one thing I thought about talking about was I saw this thing on YouTube, right? And it was this guy. He made over 300 videos, right? And he was saying, I want you to learn from me on this here. Oh man, people walking animals today. It's a good day to walk animals. It's a nice day out here. Trust me when I tell you, it's a nice. Oh, there you go, back at you. But he made over 300 videos, right? And he was saying that, hey, I want to connect with y'all. I want to let you know how to, this YouTube thing is going for me. And, he said, look, I've done 300 videos, and I've kind of learned a few things from them, because, he was trying to be a content creator. He was like, you know what, I want to do, what everybody else is doing, This is a new form of work, a new job. And believe it or not, I don't care how you look at it, it is sort of like a job in that, when you're creating content, you're actually, you're spending time editing, and you're spending time filming. You're doing, quite a few things to make yourself available so that people will look at your material. So he goes, I did 300 of these videos, and let me tell you what I've learned. And he said that you can be successful at this here. Hey, hold on for 1 second here. Okay. He said that you can be successful after he did his 300 videos. And he said, one of the things you have to learn is you can't compare yourself to other people. And, a lot of folks do that. And I tell you, I am notorious for doing that too. And I'll give you an example. Watch this here. I just started this a couple of months ago, like 2 months ago, right? And I was getting kind of frustrated. I was like, man, ain't nothing happening for me. And then I started saying, man, I'm finna give up on this stuff here. I'm doing all of this here work, man, and only views I'm getting are, like 10 views, like 15 views, like nothing, nothing at all, So I'm getting frustrated, right? And I'm like, I'm quitting this stuff, man. I ain't investing all this time. That's the way I was, that was my state of mind. And then I said to myself, boy, you ain't never gave up. It's gonna take a lot to make you give up, because you normally, stick with stuff, you know. Oh man, there's some squirrels out here. And it's just a lot of them. You don't normally give up on stuff, right? So back to what he was saying about the 300 videos, right? He said you can compare yourself to people. And that's what I found myself doing. That's why I wanted to quit. I was like, man, I saw a video where a lady said she was in her first week, you know, and all of a sudden she had 1,000 subscribers, you know, and kind of make you want to benchmark yourself towards them. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's a good point. He's analyzed 300 of these videos and he said, don't compare yourself to other people. So I'm like, I'm not going to compare myself to other people. I'm not going to compare myself to other people. Just because they were successful early has nothing to do with me, you know. And the one person I was talking about, I saw this one lady, she was just on there talking about Jehovah's Witnesses, you know. And I was like, how does she, you know, I don't want to knock anybody's religion or anything, but I'm like, how does she get known so fast just saying that she was a Jehovah's Witness? Well, I think it's an audience for everybody. And my audience is the walking audience. I am here for one thing. I'm here for the walking people. The people want to get off the couch. The people who want to try to get fit. And, you know, the ones that say, you know what, if somebody else is doing it, I might be able to do it. So that's my audience. Anybody that are into fitness, I'll call it that, fitness, yeah. So I'm not going to compare myself to others and whether they're able to pull it off. I'm not going to do it. And I was on the verge. I was really on the verge. I was ready to walk away. I was like, man, I'm spending too much time doing this stuff. And I don't see any benefits, you know, because we're up to just 69 subscribers, which isn't a lot, you know. And I was looking at it, right, and I was like, okay, at 2 months, we're averaging like 35 a month, you know. And I was like, oh man, that means we'll have our target in about 2.5 years. And then I was like, oh man, that's it. I got to give up. I can't move that slow, you know, because if it takes me 2.5 years just to get to 1,000 subscribers, that's a waste of time, you know. That'd be like a lot of time invested, and you still don't know if you're going to even meet that mark. But the fighter in me came out and like, no man, you know, you ain't going out like that, you know. You daggone you gonna hang with this thing. So I'm taking into consideration somebody who's had an opportunity to look at 300 videos, right? And he said, don't compare yourself to other people. That was one of the items. I'm not comparing myself to other people. So it's a new me, the one that says, I just gotta be me. I just can't, you know, compare myself to other people's success. If things happen, they'll happen when they happen. Okay. And you know, one of the other items he talked about out of those 300 videos, he said that you have to have a plan. He set up, what he did was he set up a 5-year, he called it a time scale. I think it was the word, that was the exact words he used, time scale. He set up a 5-year time scale in that he laid out everything he wanted to do. And he said, well, you know what, I need to accomplish A, B, C, and D. So the whole point of what he was saying there is you have to have a plan in place, and you're going to meet certain benchmarks, but your plan has to be laid out so that you'll know when you're hitting some of your targets, you know. So I don't have a 5-year plan, but I did set out a 1-year plan. I got a 1-year plan instead of a 5. So I got my 1-year plan in place. And hopefully I'll meet some of my targets. Right now, this growth is going slow. And it makes you, kind of question things, like, oh man, I don't know if it's going to work, but I think it's going to work. All right. I want to talk about the guy that did the 300 videos and what he said that you need to do. So let's do it. Let's do it together. All right. Talk to you. I'm going to switch into another subject now. Let's see what we can bring up as the next subject. All right. I said I want to talk about the 300 videos, so let's go ahead and bring up the next subject. All right. The next subject is going to be, I went to another YouTube page, right? It was called Colin and Samir. And they were talking about, oh man, I hear a baby crying. Oh, they got a baby over on the blanket. Boy, he just laying out, just getting him some good old fresh air. You know those lungs got to be feeling pretty good. What was I just saying? Colin and Samir. I think that was C-O-L-I-N, Colin, and the other guy's last name is Samir, like S-A-M-I-R. But I went to their webpage, right? And they had some interesting things to say. One of the things I like about them was that website was they interviewed successful people. Like they interviewed, I saw this one interview like the CEO of Instagram. They've got like a platform where their interviewees, like big time people, people that are successful on YouTube, right? And one of the things that they learned, I was looking at a dog chasing a ball. Somebody threw a ball and this dog was going full speed to go get it. But one of the things, they were sitting at this table talking, right? And they said, hey man, you're a young YouTube channel. You're just getting started, just like me. So they were talking to me in my mind. Hey, here's what you need to do. You need to sit down and come up with 100 video titles. You need to come up with 100 video titles, and that'll actually give you some ideas of what you need to talk about, because so often, we'll just try to think of things on the fly. They're saying that, no, man, go ahead and be organized with it. Lay out the titles. Then you have what you want to talk about. You can do some research. You can brainstorm with somebody, but I like the fact that they gave me that idea. And I looked at a few videos. I'm subscribed to their channel. I looked at a few videos of theirs, and man, I like them dudes. They're real successful. They've been doing it for a while, because, a couple of the videos, they talked about their history, and they've been doing it for years. They've been actually doing it for several years, and but nonetheless, they're successful. And when people who have been on YouTube doing things, sharing some knowledge, they're telling you what to do in order to be successful at it, those are good pointers. And you can learn from people who've been there and done that. They've been there and done that. So I want to give a shout out to them. They'll never see this video, man, because small as I am, with just 69 subscribers, those are the big boys, But nonetheless, somewhere out there in the ether, somebody gave them a shout out, and that was me. I'm giving them a shout out. Because I want to say I learned something from them. So if you get a chance, go check out that webpage too. Colin and Samir, man, those dudes are they're smart, you know. And man, I tell you what, you know, you really got to be good. Oh, back to this one. What was that? The CEO of Google. Let me see what site. I've been looking at so many different sites. I know they did. I saw an interview with the CEO of Instagram. Nat's out, and the CEO of Google. And I take that back. It was the CEO of Google. Because he was, you know, he was talking about, you know, he gave a history of himself and stuff like that. But he was talking about, oh, sorry about that, bad gnats. The gnats like to come out, and every now and then, you know, when they find them a nice little shady area, they like to mess with whoever's in the shade with them. And they're messing with me. And don't ask me why, man, but gnats like to go for the ears and the nose. And I think because it probably looked like a cave or something to them. It looks like that might be like your ear canal might look like a cave to them. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But those guys, Colin and Samir, they lay out what they call a framework. That's what they called it, a framework. They lay out this framework, right? And it's in 7 steps. Yeah, it was 7 steps, because I kind of locked in on this step 5, where they were talking about those 100 video titles. But they got all of these different steps that if you follow these steps, you end up growing your channel. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to, where am I? I'm trying to see myself there. I hope you can see my face. Every now and then it gets kind of cloudy and my screen kind of looks a little dark, but I'm hoping that you can still see me though. What was I just saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah. Back to it. They laid out these 7 steps that you need to follow. Follow the 7 steps. I'm getting ready to start following the 7 steps. And I think it's going to work. But that step 5 was the one I was telling you about that I focused the most on. That was that doing those 100 video titles. But they had all kinds of good stuff, man. But one of the things that they were saying to me, I mean, one of the things I learned from them too is you might want to daggone be serious about it too. You know, you don't want to just be halfway in, you know. And one of the things that, you know, they talk about is do some content. You know, don't just think that you can get by lightly by doing 1 or 2 things, you know, like say, for example, you release some videos, but you go, oh man, I'm just going to release 1 video a week. That's not going to work. When you do that, according to them, that's not going to work, because you need to put yourself out there. You need to put yourself out there. And that's the only way you're going to be seen. So that means you have to create lots of content. And they did focus on, sometimes it's not the quantity, it's the quality too. Like, find something that they were talking about niches. Is that the way to pronounce that? Find your niche. Your niche. Find your niche. I'm gonna lose it, man. Find out what you like to talk about, like to do, and do it for those people. So you find your niche, find out what it is that you're going after, you know, your audience. That's the way of putting it. You find your audience. let's see if we can navigate this here tight turn here. Come through here and see if we can get around through here. Open up a gate here. All right, come through here. I just had to do that. I'm doing just a park walk today with you, and today our park walk is well, you know what, I'm gonna do a trail too. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I hope if I remember to end this here correctly on this subject, on this topic, go to their webpage with Colin and Samir and get some of those tips. And I'm mainly talking about some of the people that want to grow, you know, primarily a small YouTube channel like mine. All right, so we'll call that it. So now let's move on to what could be our next topic. Let's move on to our next topic. Oh, sorry about that. I lost you in the sun there. I wasn't paying attention. Let me see if I can. I got the sun making me get lost every now and then. All right. Let's look at the next topic we're going to talk about. I wish I had remembered this guy's name. I went to a guy's channel, right? I'm constantly on YouTube looking at content, right? Man, I tell you what, and I'm subscribed to almost all these channels too. I'm surprised. Somebody got to tell me how to get the folks who you subscribe to subscribe back. Because if they did that, man, I'd have me a bunch of subscribers. But anyway, let's go to this next topic. That's what I was talking about, the next topic. The next topic is going to be this guy's channel that I went to, where he was saying, don't let anybody know you have a channel. And he was specifically talking about like family and friends. And you know, I saw the title and I was like, what on earth could this mean? And that's what drew me in, you know, the title itself, about not letting anybody know that you have a YouTube channel. I was like, what on earth would he mean by that? So I looked at it, right? And he was like, hey, I've had a little success on YouTube, a little marginal success. You know, I'm pretty happy with my success on YouTube. And here's one of the things that I've learned. And he said, don't let folks know that you have a channel. Just try to build your YouTube base through the platform. And I was looking for him to say, man, because if you start making money, everybody gonna have a handout. That's what I thought he was going to say. But I was like, nah, it's got to be something deeper to this here, right? And primarily, he was saying that you don't want people to know you have a channel is because you'll be putting pressure on yourself. You'll be putting pressure on yourself to be successful, right? And because you've told all of these people, here's his point he was getting to, and it was this here. You've told all of these people that you now have a YouTube channel. And where am I here? Okay. You've told all of these people you have a YouTube channel. Now, you're going to put pressure on yourself. You're going to put pressure on yourself to be successful at it, because the crux of what he was saying is that people are going to have these expectations of you now, because they're going to be like, how's the channel doing? How's the channel doing? Hey, how's the channel doing? and you're going to feel a level of disappointment. But he said, don't let it get to that. Don't ever feel like you have a level of disappointment, because not all stations take off at the same time. And if you don't let folks know that you have a channel, you won't be facing that pressure. You won't have that feeling of disappointment when it doesn't happen in a certain time frame. And I was like, well, you know what? I thought he was going down the route of talking about money. He didn't at all. He was talking about, he didn't want to do it because, from his experience, what he did was, after he told everybody he was getting this going and all of that stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I said I was gonna, I'm gonna have to turn around. It was a certain direction I said I wanted to go. I'm getting ready to travel back down. I'm gonna take I like that little path this way, down here by the tennis courts and stuff. But yeah, he was saying that it's not the money. It is the pressure you'll put on yourself to be successful. And not all things are going to take off at the same time, because one thing he did mention was he didn't know which one of his videos was ever going to take off. And he said he tried to duplicate one of his successful videos, but he said that was something you may not have luck at either. Like, say for example, I'm just going to hypothetically pull up a topic, right? Because he didn't use cooking, but imagine all of a sudden you said that hypothetically you had a video that went viral and it was about cooking, right? And all of a sudden you made 20 more of those videos, but none of them had the same result. And I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. You can be viral in one thing and be unable to duplicate it. You can do the exact same thing. Like, say for example, you made some beautiful pork chops, like gourmet style, and all the pictures look good, the video went viral. You can start doing something else and it won't even get the same results. So, all right, back to where was I going with that? With this guy, he was just telling that, you just have to do something casual and something that you like, maybe something you love, and that's what takes off, because he mentioned that majority of the people are gonna look at you, and this is what he was saying, majority of the people gonna look at you and see how genuine you are. Gonna be like, are you a person that they can relate to? And I was like, man, that's a good point. Because if you feel like say for example, somebody sitting there talking to you, and all of a sudden you feel like you're listening to them, they're talking about something interesting, it's because they're being genuine. They're having their own conversation like they're sitting around family members or somebody. And when you get it to that point, that's when people engage. And he was saying that stuff, and I was like, man, that makes a lot of sense. And yet it's so simple, you would think everybody would think about it. But yet I didn't even think about it until I heard it. So you just have to be genuine, and be just casual and do your own thing. And people at some point, gonna realize that you're a genuine person when you're making your content. They'll be like, oh man, he ain't trying to scam, he ain't trying to sell, he ain't trying to do this, do that, It'll be like, he just providing information. He just providing something that I like, So I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna use it, man. At some point, I'm gonna try to use it. I try to be genuine, tell you the truth, but I got to make it seem like like I'm in the living room sitting on the couch talking to you. Hey man, hey miss, whoever, male or female, like I'm talking to you, Man, I still can't believe the boldness of these squirrels. It seems like I talked about the third time I've talked about squirrels in three different videos, because it seems like I'm almost at the point of stepping on them, you know, because my head is up and they're like domesticated and not running, and they're not running, and look like I'm almost standing on them, to tell you the truth. God, I hope I have my lighting, because I'm going into like a little shaded area. Dog, I hope I have enough lighting in here. But yeah, that guy's channel, I wish I knew his name. It was a random video, but boy, I tell you, I thought about that and I was like, man, I got to tell you about what he was saying, because that made a lot of sense. I mean, he was right on point, you know. And he didn't have a whole lot of subscribers, but you know, he was monetized, and you know, he had a pretty good daily showing, you know, because I looked at a couple of his videos and I went under his video rack, and you know, he was like every day, you know, he was posting every day and getting people to look at him every day too. So I was like, I'm on board. I ended up subscribing to his channel too. Because man, I tell you what, I want to get alerts when some of these folks put material out, because I'm in the learning mode. I'm in the learning mode. Yeah. All right. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Let me see what else I can think of for you to listen to. Sounds like somebody's putting a roof on the house. Well, it don't sound like it. It looks like it. Looks like they're changing some shingles. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This is a hill right here. Let me go back to what I was saying, that I wish you could see that kind of little hill behind me. I don't know if it's even picking it up. There's a little hill behind me. All right, let me see. What can we talk about next? I want to talk about how I make YouTube videos, how I make my videos. I got this here from, I was visiting the channel, right? And I saw this guy, you know, he was giving out pointers on what to do, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to explain how I make my videos. I'm going to take you from top to bottom. I don't have any footage to show you, like, I'm not going to be clicking on the screen of a PC showing you how I edit specific videos and all of that stuff. But I'm going to tell you how I did it. Let me give it to you from top to bottom. How I how I create my videos. Here's what I do. Here's the first thing I do. I get out and I do the daily walk, right? To provide the material, you know, that we can post out there, the content, so that we can post out there. And decided to do it daily. I do it in the daytime so that it could give some nice clear footage. I thought about doing some nighttime shots because, you know, at nighttime, man, I tell you, it's nothing prettier than, you know, when you're in a city and you got the glimmering lights and, you know, the sparkles of lights and stuff. Buildings just look better at night, you know. And I was like, I'd like to capture that because it'll be like with the videos, it'll look real good. But I decided, nah, I'm gonna stay with the daytime walking. So I make my videos primarily with daytime walking. Now, here's what I do when I transfer the material. I plug my camera into my PC. I plug my camera into my PC, right? And I transfer the files over. And once I have the files transferred over, I use a tool called CapCut. And it is they've got different like versions, let's call it that. Like you have a regular version and you have like a pro version. And I use the pro version. But I then pull up CapCut. No, I skipped a step. I take that back. Let me tell you what I do first. I put it into Movie Maker. I have a Windows-based PC versus an Apple-based PC. I have a Windows-based PC. So what I do is I use Movie Maker. The first thing I do is I put it into Movie Maker so that I can consolidate all of the files. And then when you put it in Movie Maker, you can link all of the files together, and it makes it easier to edit. And I join them all together, and then I save that file. Then I'll download that, and then start working with it in CapCut. CapCut is that is a pure like video editing software, and I'll import the data into that, and that's where all of the magic begins, because they have a lot of tools in CapCut that you don't have in like Movie Maker. And Movie Maker, it's for the most part free, and my version, the version I have, is free. But what I use it for, I use the CapCut for my primary editing, so I kind of keep it simple. But once I move it into CapCut, what I'll do is I'll do all types of at that point I'll do all types of adding anything I want to add. Like if I want to kind of darken it a little bit, make it what they call a softer background. You can work with some sharpening and tints and stuff like that, right? And what I do is I put it in that. And boy, this is a good walk today. And then after I bring it into CapCut and get all of my editing done, once I get my final editing, I'll export it. Now here's what I do. Here's what I said I'm gonna start doing beginning today. No, I take that back. I've already begun it. I took my audio. Watch this here. My audio that comes from the camera was sounding kind of hollow to me. And I was like, I need the audio to be less hollow sounding and more of a studio type sound, right? So I use another free tool. What's it called? Adobe. That's what it is. There's the sun. Let me see if I can get this right. Sorry about that. I put the sun in your eye. And let me see if I can get this sun out of your eye. Okay. I use Adobe editing, right? And not Adobe editing, I'm sorry. Adobe voice enhance. Adobe has a tool that you can take your voice and it'll make it sound more like, it's not really like a whole lot, but it's good enough for me. It's they'll take your voice and kind of enhance it. It's called Adobe Voice Enhance. I think that's what it's called. So they'll enhance your voice. And you have to just back to CapCut. I'll download just the audio from CapCut for this point before I do the video, right? So I download the audio and I upload the audio into the Adobe Enhance, the voice enhancer, and what it'll do is it will give me sort of like a more of a quality sound. So that's one of the tools that I use. And then let me see what's after that. After I do the enhance, once I get that enhance file, that voice enhance file, I'll take that audio, I'll put it back into CapCut, and then I'll go to my video file and turn the volume all the way down. You turn the volume all the way down, and then you take the enhanced audio file, import it. It's the exact length of the video because you just extracted it, and then you turn it all the way up. So what you've done is you've taken the original video audio, the audio from the original video, you took it and you turned it all the way down. And then you took your audio file that was enhanced through Adobe, you uploaded it into the CapCut, and then you turned the volume all the way up. So now what you just did is you just put in the audio, and turned off all of the shaky audio. So now you've got a clear sound. So now you have your video and you have a clear sound. Now they have some additional tools in that CapCut too, where you can put in titles, and they've got all kinds of things where you can blur stuff, flip in screens, but I'm trying to keep it simple because this is the 100 days of walking, and we worry about the sweating piece more than we think about the how to generate the video piece. We just want to provide the video that we're doing the work, that we're not work, I don't want to call it work, we're providing the video that we're doing the walk. So that's what I do. I just and that's the big part too, because the audio piece is real important, because you don't want to sound hollow when you're talking. Like when somebody's looking at a video, I don't know where most people look at video. You might be looking at yours on your television screen at home, through internet browser, and you might get good quality audio, and you'll be like, man, that sounds kind of hollow. Then again, it wouldn't matter if you were taking it in on your phone, because on your phone, unless you had on some headsets, headphones or a headset, that audio wouldn't affect you, because it'll just sound like regular telephone audio. But I do try to provide a quality audio to you, so that you'll end up, oh man, we got a fox over here somewhere. Boy, I love the smell of fresh grass. But yeah, that's how I put together the videos and how I make YouTube videos. Oh, let me go ahead and finish up to the end of that too. I take it all the way to the end, and once I'm done, what I'll do is go to the upload, and just like everybody creates content, you just upload it into YouTube Studio, and then it's available. But yeah, I just want to walk you through how we're actually making this for you. So that is how we make our video for you, step by step. That is to include the editing process, how we're doing the audio process. That should cover it all. All right, now let's see if we can move to the next subject line. Let's see what we want to talk to next. I've got what we can talk about next. I saw a video. It's like how to get 1,000 subscribers in 9 days. All right. How to get 1,000 subscribers in 9 days. I looked at this video, right? Once again, I tell you, I stay on YouTube, and I'm just surfing, right? And I see this video, you know, this lady put together this video that says how she got 1,000 subscribers in 9 days. And I'm in that business. I'm trying to increase my subscriber count because I don't have any subscribers, and you know, I'm trying to increase that count. So what she did was pardon me, I wanted to test it, right, to see if it was true, you know, because you say you have heard of, you know, I have seen videos where people said that, you know, after 1 week they were able to get 1,000 subscribers, and this just sounded more convincing that she would be able to do it in 9 days because there was a specific number, you know. She didn't just say 1 week, she said a specific number, so it made it believable to me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and look at this video. So I start the video, right, and she goes oh man, you know what, I'm getting this mixed up because oh shoot, I may have misled you just then, because I'm thinking about this lady. It was an African kind of lady that said that. That wasn't where I want to go. I'm thinking of Dan the Creator. That's who I'm thinking of, that had that 9-minute 1,000 video. I mean, the 1,000 subscriber thing. Yeah, that was it. It was Dan the Creator. Man, I'm gonna have to look that up, but I'm almost positive. Man, somebody punch that in and see if that's true. Because I don't want to get my stories mixed up. Because I want to present good data to you. And I'm almost positive on this one right here. Because the one I was thinking about, this one, I was starting the story off with this lady, but she ended up getting hers within a couple of weeks. But no, the one I wanted to tell you about was, yeah, Dan the Creator. It's a dude out there called Dan the Creator. He did a video and said how he can walk you through getting 1,000 subscribers in 9 days, right? And I'm like, man, this is worth looking at. So I looked at about 5 of his videos. 4. I looked at 4 of his videos. Yeah, I did 2. I think I did 4 of Dan the Creator's videos. But I subscribed to his channel because I kind of like what he was talking about. But he laid out how you can get the subscribers in 9 days, right? 1,000 subscribers. Man, I'm stopping for a second because that lady said that she did hers. Her story was she prayed on hers. She prayed, and I mean, ain't got nothing against prayer. She said she prayed to get 1,000 subscribers in 9 days. That's what it was. That's what it was. That was the story. I'm looking at so many videos. Whoa. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just stopped and I wasn't even looking at the camera. I got kind of carried away there. I was thinking out loud. I wasn't even looking at the camera, focusing, keeping myself centered and all of that stuff. But she said she prayed on hers, and she got hers through prayer, you know. She had mentioned a couple other things, you know, but she primarily focused on the prayer. And Dan the Creator, he did his in nine minutes. That's why I was getting mixed up, man. See, you see how I can get mixed up on that? I had to think that one through. One did it in 9 days. The lady said she prayed for hers in 9 days. And Dan the Creator said he did his in 9 minutes because he was working with the algorithm. That's what it was. That's what it was. Man, I tell you what, I'm glad I got that straight because, you know, I don't want to give anything that's less than anything but 100% factual. Oh, but yeah, you see how you can get that mixed up. 9 minutes, 9 days. 9 minutes, 9 days. The lady prayed for hers and got it in 9 days. Dan the Creator used the algorithm to get his in 9 minutes. But yeah, Dan the Creator, if you go to that station, you'll find that he's given step-by-step instructions on what to do. And you know, I guess, you know, some people have been doing this for so long, they understand the algorithm better than others. You know, they really, truly do understand the algorithm. And you'd be like, hey man, how could anybody understand the algorithm? Look at their subscribers. Man, with them jokers got 100,000, 200,000, 1 million subscribers, they understand the algorithm. And then if you look at their video views, and you see that they put out a video and they have 300,000 views, that means they understand the algorithm. And you just have to trust some of the people. And I trust, I'm at the point where I'm trusting people who have been successful. I mean, I'm new to the game. So I'm learning from people who have already. Here's an example. Watch this here. Watch this. If you wanted to learn how to be a good baseball player, if a major league coach, somebody from Major League Baseball, wanted to work with you, don't you think you're working with the best? Yes, because they've been doing that stuff for probably 30 years. If you was in basketball and a coach wanted to teach you how to win, and I'm just going to go back to Phil Jackson because he won so many championships, you know. I think he's the all-time leader in championships. And he said, I'm going to show you how to win. You know that he's got good knowledge. Bill Belichick in football. Most championships in football. If he said, I want to teach you, you best listen because you can learn something because they've been at the top of the game. So that's what I mean by some of the YouTubers. You know, it's kind of tempting to go to somebody who has a small channel and they're just starting off so you can learn some of the small channel things. But it's even better when you go to somebody who are masters at their trade. You know, somebody who's been doing it for the last 15 years and they know exactly what needs to be done. Oh man, somebody left their baseball gloves. Some little kids probably ran home and forgot their gloves. Man, I saw 2 baseball gloves on the table there. But yeah, go to Dan the Creator to get those step-by-step instructions because I've learned a lot from this station. You know, I'm subscribed to him too. I subscribe to everybody, but I'm subscribed to him too. And probably send you over there because it's helpful for me. And eventually, everything that we're doing here is going to take off. So, right now we're at 69 subscribers. I want to thank the 69 subscribers. And no, I'm sorry. I was looking at another channel. We're up to just 2 subscribers on this channel. All right, that's going to end it for us for today. Talk to you.